Greetings and salutations, this is Jason Silverain, and my kingdom for a decent Amiga emulator. Well, I've gone through quite a few now, and considering what I was mentioning before regarding Cluedo, I thought I'd go back and try and play the original. Now, I do actually own it, I actually own an Amiga as well, but I don't have recording software for it, so I'm going to have to do it via emulator. And those classic sound effects. So here we are in the character selection screen. I am just going to tweak the resolution ever so slightly. It's a little squished. That means I'm going to have to tweak it on the video as well, which is also a little squished, so bear with me. The black border or not the black border? That is the question. You know, we're going to just deal with the black borders a little bit. Excellent. I was trying to use Winfellow before, and we kept getting to the screen, and it kept disabling my mouse for no good reason. So I went on to Win UAE, and it's a little bit more complicated. It's a little bit more confusing, but hopefully it'll be quite good. Okay, I think there's 3 levels of computer. This is going to take a while because there's lots. Oh, if I do the whole lot, everyone's going to be you know what? We're going to make Mr. Green neutral, and we're going to make Mrs. White neutral. Miss Peacock looks too much like Miss Marple to remain neutral, so. And Miss Scarlet looks shifty. Miss Peach is going to be a neutral as well. And Mr. Brunette. It just means if they're neutral, their turns are skipped over, which makes things a lot easier and a lot faster. I mean, I don't want to be playing this for an hour. Now here we go. Here's the original map I used to play on. As you can see, it's a little different from the one we did before. I cannot remember what the little questions are. There was a lot of moving around in this game. I remember actually rolling terribly on the dice. It's a billiard room. There's a foot wiggle. Oh, that basic animation. It's just Miss Peacock in the billiard room with the poison. And I passed a card as well. Okay, so I'll sort that out in a second. What I want to do is go forth. I don't want to accuse. Oh god, this is so old school. Also, there we go. Cluedo was originally registered as under Waddington Games. They were good with it. Okay, we want to show cards. So what cards do I have? I have Mr. Green, the courtyard, the trophy room, and Miss Peacock. I don't have any weapons. So Mr. Green, Miss Peacock, okay. Again, it's... and show notes. So I probably passed the Miss Peacock card. What does she say? Billiard room? Miss... Oh, well. Again, I'm just going to have to guess. 4. Where can 4 take me? 1. Oh, I can't move diagonal. 2, 3, 4. Almost there. X player. See, now I can see how these games are longer and it's a lot more like the traditional board game. And I can now see, going back, how the I like the sound effects for each area. I can now see how this is sort of a bit primitive when you have the cards, because I can't just see who's suggesting what, who got what. And you get multiple people passing cards over, so it makes it very difficult to figure out what people have. Professor Plum in the courtyard with the candlestick. Well, I know it's... Oh! Professor Plum in the courtyard with the candlestick. Colonel must pass the card, okay. Let me... No, I don't want to accuse, I want to show my nose. Oh, that was two very close things. That was two important things there. I can't do any notes. I should be writing this down. Okay, so I think we're in the courtyard. I think it's Mrs. White in the courtyard so far. I missed what the murder weapon was. That's where I want to go. So yeah, actually coming back, it makes me appreciate the changes that Marmalade Games have done and the improvements they've made. Though I still love this map. Alright, Mrs. White with the knife. Oh, courtyard and knife. Oh wait a sec, it can't be the courtyard. I've got the frigging card for the courtyard. However, there was no thing for the knife. So, off to the billiards room with me next. Mr. Green in the billiard room with the wrench. Mr. Green in the billiard room. Well, ain't Mr. Green, I know that. This is let's figuring out who's got the cards and which cards have been played. So I think it might be in the billiard room then. Okay, there keeps being two cards being passed. Are they double bluffing and making a bluff using their own cards? Right, Miss Peach at the courtyard with a wrench. Miss Peach courtyard and wrench are a no. Okay, Professor Plum, drawing room, knife. Ooh. That's only got one. I'm starting to get notepad out here. It's nice when I get to do this. It's always a little different. I have noticed there's no music to the game. Don't know how I never realised that in the past. I think it's because I've had the sound effects and I often was like skipping through these really quickly. So I'd get to my go because I was, what, 5 when I was playing this? So I didn't really understand the concept of examining everyone else's goes. There we go. Drawing room. Do my little shovel. Okay. Well, I might as well go through this. You know, accuse myself with a knife. It's not the drawing room. It's not me. Okay. Oh, that reminds me. I need to update my notes because I know it is not Miss Peach. It is not. I already know it's not the courtyard, and I also know it's not the wrench. I made a couple of amateur mistakes by not taking notes right at the start. Right, Mr. Brunette in the Conservatory with the Horseshoe. Okay, Brunette, it ain't you. And then neither is the Conservator. Yeah, there we go. Indeed, Miss Peacock. It is interesting indeed. So yeah, it's no, Professor Plum, you're way out. Okay, Miss Scarlet drawing room row. We know it's not the drawing room. What is going on here? With only 2 cards being passed, it is really throwing me off a lot. Everyone's coming to the drawing room. All the accusations are running wild. Well, you'll note the knife is correct. Madame Rose in the drawing room with the lead pipe. Colonel Mustard's the one who showed me the drawing room. So, before I make an accusation, or I'm pretty certain that it's not Miss Rose. I'm screwing myself over by not making these question marks, in fact. It's not the lead pipe. It's not the horseshoe. Don't think it's conservatory. Okay. Do we already check the dining room? I don't think we've been there, but yeah. I want to know what that does. So, we're going to snoop on Miss Scarlet, and it's not the gazebo. Okay. Has that already upgraded my notes? Gazebo, not you. So those are useful. Wish one had accused me to just get me across into one of the other rooms. Miss Scarlet in the trophy room with the poison. Miss Scarlet and poison? I don't know. I passed a card. Which one did I pass then? Double check. It's agreed in the conservatory with the poison. Again, lots of double cards being passed. And the AI is making suggestions of cards they have, I'm sure, which is what's throwing me off. Oh, back to the bloody drawing room. I bet I'm going to be right off. Well, the AI is figuring it out, which isn't good. Can I? How do I use the... I don't know how to use the secret passageways. There we go. Can I come out of this one? There we go. I'm gonna have a look in the studio. Keep moving. Colonel Mustard. Drawing room. I already knew that! Oh man, of all the cards to pick. Alright. I have to keep flicking at my notes. Oh yes, I think I figured out it wasn't Mr. Brunette either. Certain it's a knife. Unless someone had the knife and one of the things I've already suggested. Oh man, I'm actually at a loss this time round. I really am. This one's actually far more difficult than the original. No, sorry, than the Steam one, than the first review I did. Ah, Madame Rose in the carriage house with a revolver. I'm guessing if someone has 2 of those cards, they only have to show you 1. So I might have jumped the gun a bit, especially since everyone has like 5 cards instead of 3. Or 4 cards, I think it is actually. Those classic sound effects. Okay, I think I put on far too many players. At this point, I would not be mad for the AI to actually make an accusation because I'm a little lost. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I can't go that way. Would be nice. We're going to get Madame Scarlet with the knife. Oh! Thank you, Professor Plum. So, unless Professor Plum also has Madame Scarlet as well, I'm going to go with a yes for that. Probably wrong, but, you know. I might be right. Yeah, there we go. Not the trophy room, not Colonel Mustard, and not the lead pipe. I think I've already ticked off the... There we go. I was right. I got 2 out of 3. We had Miss Scarlet in the kitchen with a knife. Well done, Colonel Mustard. And this was the Cluedo I grew up with. In fact, you could print the game. No, thank you. Actually, what happens if I hit yes? No, it's not. No, I'm back to the start. So very simple animation, 15 minutes, you know. I must admit, as a 5-year-old, I had no clue what the rules were. And I was getting there. I was a little thrown off by the differences in the games, but, you know, I recommend people go back and just check a few of them. I will say this, Amiga emulators are a pain to set up. So, if anyone has any Cluedo games they want to recommend, PC, I don't know, SNES, Mega Drive, who knows? Honestly, I have not seen that many. So I'd love to hear if anyone has actually seen some. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.